What's up, guys? Welcome to Poké Collab, where we collect, train, and battle together. Orin, it's been a while, but we're back on it. We
Yeah.
made it to episode 22,
Oh, wait, no, this is 23.
23.
Yeah.
Oh,
As Ivan likes to say, we made it.
actually, Orin, I think you made it.
No, no, you made it.
Great. No, thanks.
We made it.
Well, today is May 2nd, 2025. So good afternoon to y'all. We're recording in the afternoon, but also, too, if you're watching us in the morning, good evening. And we have a lot to talk about because it's been close to a month that we haven't made an episode. But we're gonna be talking about Legends ZA, as some of you have, if not already purchased your or have pre-ordered your Switch 2. We have known that the release of that along with the announcement of ZA. So we'll be talking a little more into that. A new set was released with Pokemon Pocket. So we'll be talking about that. Journey together. We were able to attend, so we'll delve deeper into that, as well as an updated character on Pokemon Unite. So we have a pretty packed episode. And so, Orin, we'll start off. What do you think about Legend ZA, or what information have you got to share with exclusive with that with us?
Yeah, no, I'm excited about ZA. And sorry, a YouTube video started playing. I hope that didn't come across the mic. I don't
It
think it did.
didn't.
Okay, cool. So Legends ZA, one of the big deals about it is according to all of the information we have, it's going to release on both the original Switch and the Switch 2. And that's a big deal for me. Um, I don't plan on buying the Switch 2, and at least not for now. The price is we all know the price is high. Um, I'm not saying it's high for what it is. It's probably the price is probably right for what it is, but it's high for me to buy another Nintendo console right now. And so that price point, that barrier to entry, um, it's the only reason I would even buy a Switch 2 is for exclusive games, Nintendo exclusive games. And right now, the only two that we're aware of are Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza. And what's really nice is, according to all of the news sites uh, that we like, right now, I'm looking at Poke Beach, one of our favorite. And Poke Beach reports that there's going to be a Legends ZA Switch 2 edition, and that came directly from Nintendo. That there's going to be a Switch 2 edition, meaning um, that the Legends ZA for Switch 2 is going to have, like, 4K graphics and run at higher frame rates. But that implies that there's also going to be Legends ZA for the original Switch, which is a big deal for all of us people that either can't afford to get a Switch 2 right now, or with how fast pre-orders sold out,
Mhm.
we might just not be able to get a Switch 2 for a while, depending on as we know, a lot of the economic landscape politically has changed with the tariffs that the U.S. is putting into place. So prices might even increase. Things might be even more difficult to get a hold of as time goes on. So yeah, it's really nice knowing that ZA is coming to the original Switch, um, and that it'll really give us more life out of the Switches that we have. For me, when it comes to Nintendo consoles, I have a lot of PCs that are gaming capable. So when it comes to anything non-Nintendo, I just buy it on Steam and play it on my computers. So my Switch, my Nintendo consoles are really just reserved for Nintendo only games. So again, just another reason why I don't want to buy a Switch 2 right now. And then this is just like the nail in the coffin that I'm not going to buy a Switch 2 now because ZA is coming to one. So um, let me get your thoughts on that, Ivan. What do you think about Switch 2? What are you and Kayla doing when it comes to thinking about Switch 2? I'm just curious.
Yeah, this has been a topic that I think we've touched quite a bit. Um, I don't think I am gonna like. I think we're not gonna get a Switch 2 anytime soon, at least. I know some of the games that are coming out, especially some of the Mario. Well, supposedly, I mean, we
Yeah,
don't know that you know for sure, but at least two of the ones that were leaked are for sure coming out, which you just mentioned is the Donkey Kong and the Mario Kart. So
yeah,
those were kind of leaked along with other Mario's that are gonna that were leaked. So I kind of suspect that these are going to be released titles. That may switch our perspective of it. Maybe when they do come out, which is probably going to be like in another a year or two. And hopefully the prices will be somewhat, you know, reasonable, or even if they come in bundles, because I know the Mario Kart is a bundle now. I know one of our buddies had gotten one, so he's also with the Mario Kart bundle Switch too. But like yeah, the main reason I mean will be for solely Switch 2 games. Unless these other titles that come out for that are with Switch 2 come out for Switch 1, then obviously not. But
yeah,
if they are specifically coming for Switch 2 and we find that we will want to play them, then we probably will
yeah.
eventually get the Switch 2. But as of right now, because a we don't really I don't really care about the specs of it. The only thing that's going to be really good is that when it's in the dock, then it's going to be really 4K. You know,
Yeah.
the graphics are going to be which we basically play it only on the dock.
Now,
So
you're kind of in the same boat as me. Like if you only play Nintendo games on Switch, right? Like if there's a
correct.
third party game, what other consoles or platforms do you game on?
So I have my PS5, um, and that's probably my other. I mean, I technically play that for any type of game,
Yeah.
like for everything. But Nintendo exclusives, I only play on the Switch.
Okay, got
Yeah.
it. So
Mhm.
if it's on Switch and PS5, you're playing it on PS5.
I play on PS.
Yeah.
Yeah, I play on PS5.
Okay. So yeah, we're in the same frame of mind then, because my computers are just basically my PS5,
Yeah,
um, and my Nintendo's just for Nintendo games.
yeah,
Now I totally get it if your Switch is your only console, you don't have a PS5, you don't have gaming computers, then I can understand getting a Switch too. But yeah, for us, it just doesn't make sense yet until those exclusives that push us over the edge are there.
yeah.
Now, going back to just ZA in general, there was a Nintendo Direct not long ago, end of March. We learned a little bit more about the game. So it is taking place in Lumiose City, and it looks like that's primarily where a lot of the gameplay is taking place, is within the city. And so you'll actually be finding wild Pokemon within the jurisdiction of the city, which is pretty cool. And I personally really loved Legends Arceus. I loved the fact that battles and catching Pokemon were seamless. Like you didn't go into battle mode like you do with Scarlet Violet and all the previous Pokemon games. It's just like you're in the world. There's no transition between being in the world and being in the battle. Scarlet Violet definitely makes that transition smoother because like it doesn't like there's not really any loading screens. It's kind of just like boom, you're in the battle, but there is still a transition there. With Legends Arceus, it's just like there's no transition. Um, your battle's taking place right in front of you, and you can catch the Pokemon without even battling them, without even doing damage to them. You can catch the Pokemon. It feels much more like Legends Arceus feels much more like you're playing a cartoon. Like because like in the I've been watching the original cartoon, and there are times when Ash he'll throw a Pokeball at a Pokemon without having battled it yet, and he'll catch it, what depending on how strong it is or whatever. And now we have that opportunity. Like in any of the mainline Pokemon games, yes, I suppose you can um catch a Pokemon without actually attacking it. But regardless, you still have to be in the battle, and you still have to have one of your Pokemon up against that Pokemon. But with Legends Arceus, it can be literally just you. All your Pokemon are in their Pokeballs. You don't have to release them at all. It's just you and that wild Pokemon. And like there's just something about that dynamic. It almost makes you feel like in real life, if I've never gone hunting, but I've done virtual hunting in video games. It's like when it's just you and that animal one on one, it's different because otherwise, if you have that Pokemon in the mix, your Pokemon that's out of your Pokeball, it's like there's this third party intermediary, but then that's gone and it's just you and the wild Pokemon. And I don't know, it changes something. I don't know. Am I crazy?
No, I kind of feel you because I was just playing Scarlet Violet the other day, and I just wanted to get to my specific objective, and I can't, and I had to keep running into Pokemon, which I didn't want to run into them. Like it was just like sometimes you do there's especially like a Nimbit when they're like super small,
Yeah.
and it's like I didn't want to fight you or like meow. Like I ran into Meowth. I'm like I don't want to
Hmm.
fight you, Meowth. So I get that. Like I feel like there was a different kind of way, like Arceus, where yeah, if you want to catch that one, then you can just like you can even like just throw your ball and it'll catch it. You didn't have to battle it.
Hmm.
But I think it's yeah, I kind of feel it the same way. I feel like if because I'm just trying to get to my objective. Like that's all I want to do. If I'm in the midst or if I'm in the mood or if I'm like just playing the game to collect the Pokemon, yeah, like I wish it would just go right into like just have that kind of game mode, I guess you could say. But then that'd be kind of hard to decipher playing normally and then with battle. But two, also, I keep knocking out the Pokemon I want to catch. So that's very frustrating
Yeah.
because I'm not even trying to, and I just do a move, and it like, I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's another reason why I loved the Legends Arceus catching mechanics because like
Mhm.
you could strategically have tools with you to either like throw at them to like knock them out or stun them, and then without even battling them, not or feed them, you could give them food and it
Yeah,
distracts them. So without even battling them, without even the potential for knocking them out, if you have the right Pokeball and the right tool, it's just again you and that wild Pokemon, and you
yeah,
can catch them.
yeah.
And like I just love that aspect of it. And
I
you
agree.
don't get that in any other Pokemon game. This is the only one where it feels like that, and
Yeah.
you have that sense of like it's you and that Pokemon. There's nothing in between. There, like, yeah, it's great to have your partner Pokemon battle wild Pokemon and stuff, but like, there's just something different about eliminating all that, and it's just you and that wild Pokemon.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
agree. Yeah.
And then I really like the Legends Arceus story and just the way that it paced out. So, um, just because this is another Legends series game, I have a lot of high hopes for it. I don't really know too much about the new mechanics of the game. I know there's going to be mega evolutions, I believe. Um, and there's going to be a lot of new mechanics and like battling and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know enough to talk about it. I'm kind of not wanting to spoil it too much for myself. I kind of want to go in without knowing too much. That doesn't lend itself well to talking about it on this podcast, uh, but like I do kind of want to go in surprised to a degree. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I'm just excited about it. I'm excited that it's going to be on Switch One, which again, hopefully, since it's going to be a Switch One title, that means it's going to be $60.
Yeah.
Because Switch Two games, I mean, Mario Kart World is $80, and I think Donkey Kong Bonanza is $70. Um, Now, when it comes to ZA, if you're going to get the Switch 2 version, um, you're going to have to get ZA, and then there's going to be an upgrade cost to the Switch 2 version of $10 or $20 or so. We don't know the exact amount yet. So hopefully it'll be $60 on Switch 1, and then probably a $20 upgrade to get it to Switch 2. But yeah, since it's going to be a Switch 1 title, then that means we have a lower cost of entry on it too.
That's great. I mean, yeah, I think the price alone for the video games, I think it kind of is telling of our decision to make. But also too, I don't know if that's going to also affect PlayStation 2, 5. So I don't know if
Yeah.
games are going to up just going up, or is the PS6 coming out and then yeah, I haven't heard anything. I haven't looked at anything. So the only thing I've only heard of is this new Switch 2 and how much the games are going to be. So that's going to be it's quite a jump, $20. I mean,
Yeah.
it's getting pretty pricey as an expensive hobby.
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, it's all speculation right now. We don't know what's going to happen in the video game market until it
Hmm.
happens. But it has happened for Switch 2. Mario Kart World is actually $80. Like we are seeing prices starting to creep up.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, I'm just glad it's on Switch 1. I'm excited for it because of how much I enjoyed Arceus. And that's really all I've got for today. If I'm curious to see anyone that's listening, are you going to get a Switch 2 because of the ZA Switch 2 upgrade, or are you just going to keep your Switch 1 and get ZA on Switch 1 like we are? Let us know
yeah,
in the comments.
yeah. Real quick one. What do you think about the three starting Pokemon? Chikorita, Tepig, and Totodile.
That's exciting too, because that's a shout out to man, which generation are they? Are they generation 3? Hold on.
Whatever whatever Pokemon X and Y are.
Oh, they're XY. Okay. No, 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 no. Okay, so hold on. Chikorita. Okay, what are they, Ivan? Chikorita.
Tepig and Totodile.
Okay, so Chikorita's from Gen 2, which is silver, gold, crystal. Um, Totodile.
Tepig.
I'm looking. I'm looking.
Tepig. Tepig. I'm pronouncing it
I
as
think it's
Spanish.
tepig, like tepid, like tepid. Tepig is from Generation 5, which is black and white. And then Totodile is also from Generation 2, so gold, silver, crystal. So
Okay.
we've got two Gen 2 starters and then one Gen 5 starter being Tepig. So no, I really like the starters. I like the throwback. Um, I'm excited for it. I don't know who I'll pick. I've used Chikorita in gold back in the day, so maybe I'll go that route, but who knows?
I'm thinking Totodile. It'll be my first actually water Pokemon to start off with.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just excited either way.
Only because also I like the special illustration rare or the special illustration winning card.
Oh yeah,
Come on.
for alligator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I blurry the background is not working, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think
But
it's
you can
up.
kind of tell what he is.
We showed that off last time.
Yeah. But yeah, awesome, Warren. Well, thanks for showing or giving us the details and the rundown about that.
Yeah, and I'm sorry I don't have like more details about like the specifics of uh the various mechanics of the game, but again, I'm trying to stay in the dark. So
Yeah. Well, they also too can if you want to see more info on it,
yeah. Yeah, watch
you
the
can look it up.
Nintendo Direct from March
Yeah.
27th.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. So a new pack was released. New two packs were released on Pokemon Pocket Celestial Guardians. So Solgaleo and Lunala um are the chosen Pokemon for the packs, and it's been really great. I think the pull rate. I don't know if it's just because of my rhythm, my algorithm is changing or what, but I think they've been really good. The pulls have been pretty exciting. I got there's some sweet EXs coming out. And what's awesome is that who's making an appearance is Rayquaza, which I think is it's a big pull. I mean, I think anybody who's been a Pokemon fan for a long time, Rayquaza is probably one of the OGs, especially with um talking about ancient Pokemon. So it's been a great uh combination of the two. Um and two of like all the EXs like I mentioned before are coming out. Some of the Pokemon I haven't even heard of. Like these two I haven't heard of. I've never heard of these.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Um
Pokemon in this set that I'm not familiar with.
yeah. I have no idea where they're coming from. So but I'm interested to find out more about them, and play with them. What's interesting too is been coming now that the battling aspect, I think the Pocket has made a little more of a transition into battling. I know that when we first got into it, like I was just only just collecting, like I wasn't doing anything else. But now battling has kind of gone into a new aspect of it. I think it's just becoming more um versatile, and I think it's just been great just being able to make your deck. And I never really battled anybody else, but I think just the battling of just the expansion battles and the different missions you can get, and then that then helps you to get more packs because it gives you time, um, the pack hourglasses,
Hourglass,
and
yeah.
also to yeah, and also to the Wonder Pick hourglasses, and then it also gives you more tickets to buy different if you want the sleeves or the mats or even a coin. It's been great. And two, they've been leveling up on the trade aspect of the whole as a whole has been upgraded, and I just love the way that they're giving more credits now. Although if you run out, like you have to wait for like the next month. That's the
Yeah,
one drawback.
yeah.
But I've been excited for this set. So far the cards have been really cool. What are your thoughts, Orin, on the Celestial Guardians?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I've continued to really enjoy TCG Pocket. I'm primarily just collecting still, but naturally now that there are so many sets already and so many cards, it's made the meta more intricate and has given more options for usable decks. We actually, for the first time, we had some friends over and we battled on TCG Pocket together in person, and that was a lot of fun. Um, because, well, there's a couple reasons it's fun. I like the real card game, obviously, the traditional card game. But there's just something handy about not needing to sit at a table with and pull out your mats and your cards and shuffle. Like I sound really lazy right now, but um like there's less of a barrier to just pull your phone out, open TCG Pocket and join a match with each other. There's no setup involved, is what I'm getting at. So it was fun actually doing that in person, like battling with that friend there to interact while you're facing off. So I want to do that more actually. That added a additional way to enjoy the game other than just collecting, playing the computer, and playing strangers. So that was nice. I really like the fact that the developers are giving us those missions. There's way more missions with this new set,
Mhm.
like you mentioned, that are really making it quicker to open more packs, and that's been a lot of fun. Um, so yeah, I'm really continuing to enjoy TCG Pocket. I'm glad. Well, we talked about the cadence of their releases for their sets, and now I'm starting to come back to where Kayla is. Like before, I thought it was too fast, but now I'm like, I kind of like how fast it is, because like I don't know, I just like getting new stuff.
Yeah,
So it's been exciting.
yeah, I agree. Even though I have like quite a bit to still go for like Revelry and Triumphant Light, I still have some, not very much, but
Mhm.
just the thrill of just like completing the set is just like oh, but just base set. Like I'm not talking like special illustration rares because that's
Yeah.
another story. But just being able to complete the base set is like so fulfilling. I don't know why. I don't know
Yeah.
how, but well, it's like with the physical cards, like you're trying to fill that out, and it's just so satisfying, like flipping and like seeing all the cards are like on the order. So, it's been. I agree. Like I think right now, at first I was like, no, it's going too fast, but um, I think how it's been just continuously coming out now, and especially with this set, I think there's 100 and oh boy, I think there's like 155. I think in this set,
Yeah, in the main set, yeah,
the main set,
it's
155.
huge. It's
Yeah.
huge.
So another aspect of the what makes this game awesome, I know we mentioned it before, and we talked about it in depth, was the Poke trade, and
Hmm.
thanks to that, Kayla has actually completed most of her sets.
That's awesome.
So big announcement there. If you have not yet, um, she's finished them pretty much. Yeah, she's finished them. So
Okay.
if you haven't yet, look it up. Poke Trade. It kind of helps in ways that like it fills that void of like, okay, I don't want to use all my pack points just for like getting two or three EXs that I need because you're probably not, most likely you're not going to pull them. So it's great to save your trade coins, go on Poke Trade, and then go from there and try and fulfill your sets. Of course, you want to use your 10 packs if you can for new sets. I just did that with, I actually waited because I got them. I was able to get 120 pack hourglasses like I think it was like Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday. No. It was longer than that. And Kayla was like, no, it's going to be coming out on the 30th. So I'm like, all right, well, I'll just wait a couple days. And I'm glad I did because I was able to get a lot of good cards and just, right off the bat, getting like what? That's almost 50 cards. So it's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So I thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah.
There is one thing I really hope to see them change in the future, and Ariel and I keep mentioning this to each other. So, I'll show you my phone. If you look in the bottom right, you'll
Mhm.
see I have 75 pack points for Celestial Guardians. And then if I switch to
Mhm.
I'll go to Shining Revelry, right? And on Shining Revelry, I have 220 pack points at this point in time. It would be really, really nice if instead of pack points for each individual set, it was just a pool of pack points. It doesn't like set doesn't matter. So let me give you an example. So how many pack points did I have for the new one? 75?
35, and then you had like
220 for
220.
Shining Revelry.
Yeah,
Then I
it's
have like
insane.
290 for another set.
Oh
Instead
my
of it
word.
being pack points for set X, pack points for set Y, pack points for set Z, stop
Yeah.
putting them into silos and just give me one pool and let me choose what set I want to use those pack points on. That would be much better for us as users because like there might be a card in Shining Revelry that I want more than any other card in any of the sets. So I would rather use my 70 points from Celestial Guardians and add those to my Shining Revelry points to get a shiny from Shining Revelry. So I really hope in the future they do away with the siloed off pack points and just give us
Mhm.
like one big pool of pack points of all of our pack points combined. I think that'd be really nice.
Yeah, I agree. I think I voiced that too as well. Like I'm like, why? But I
Yeah.
think it's because like they don't want you to. I don't know. It could be a marketing type of thing.
Yeah, I get it, but like
Yeah.
for us as users, like think about like Genetic Apex. I've got like I don't know, a few hundred pack points in Genetic Apex that I'm probably never going to use because I've finished the base set of Genetic Apex.
Right.
Like so now they're just
Just sitting
stuck
there.
there. They're,
Yeah.
and like that's kind of stinky. Like I'd rather them not be stuck there and be able to use them. And Um, again, like I don't pay, I'm not using any money in this game, but I am using the money that I get from Google Opinion survey rewards. And that technically is money. So it's not like I'm not spending money on this game. So like if I'm spending money on this game, then that means some of those pack points belong to me because I've spent money. So let me actually use them how I want to use them. Like I
Yeah,
get that it is a marketing tactic and that like by locking them to each of those sets, then you're like making it harder to get the cards. But I think they'd be doing their fans a service by getting rid of that mechanic and letting us just have a pool of the total pack points.
I agree. And then like say if we do get into like 10 packs from now, like yeah, you're never gonna what's the point of having those if you're never gonna want to use them? Because
Yeah.
the meta is also accelerating and you're never gonna be I mean, I feel like it's gonna be like these cards are gonna be obsolete
Yeah.
because the new ones that are coming out are way more, like the decks now are way more powerful than they were right when we came when this game first came out.
Yep.
A lot of the abilities have changed. We got now rare candies. Like it's going to be a completely different. I feel like we're going to go right back to the regular TCG. Like, I mean, it's still going to be great, but like I think the battle style is a lot different.
Yeah, and because it changes so quickly and so dramatically, another reason why having a pool of pack points would be so beneficial to the players because then they could use those points to get the cards that they need for the meta when they're
Yeah,
playing.
yeah, yeah. I agree. Yep.
Yeah.
But overall, I mean that's it's been pretty good. I've been
Agreed.
liking it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I have too. It's been a fun treat, especially in this um weird time of
Yeah,
Pokemon card collecting when it's you can't get your hands on cards. So like being able to open cards, open packs without spending money. No, it's not the same as the physical stuff, but it does scratch that itch.
yeah, yeah. It definitely keeps me in it.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, it is quite it's an interesting time that we're in.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, that is that for Pokemon Pocket.
Yep.
Now, Orin, I know that we've attended the journey together. That was back in March, but I know we thoroughly enjoyed it. But what do you think? What are your thoughts? I thought it was great
You know,
for as we mentioned the time that we're in to not get as much cards. But what do you think? How do you feel?
yeah, I feel great about it. I was thinking about this yesterday. As long as pre-releases for the standard sets continue to roll the way that they are, in the sense that you can go to a pre-release, you're going to get in, the price is right, like that 30 35 bucks, and you get like 7 packs and a deck, and you get to play with people, and it's fun. Like
Yeah.
as long as pre-releases continue working the way that they've been working and are working, then I have hope for the Pokemon trading card game and the Pokemon trading card game community. If pre-releases ever stop being good like this, or if they ever start to become a thing where like now there's a pre-order line for a pre-release, like if we get to a point where pre-releases aren't as fun as they are right now, then I'll start losing hope. So the Journey Together pre-release really gave me hope for the Pokemon trading card game because it was a lot of fun. There were a lot of people there. There were more people at the Journey Together pre-release we went to Top Table Gaming, so the same place that we went to the pre-release for um, uh,
Surgeon Sparks.
yeah, Surging Sparks. Um, there was definitely more people for Journey Together than there were for Surging Sparks. But it was a great group of people. Like, it's the spirit isn't extremely competitive, just because it's by nature not a tournament. So it's like people are just there to help each other build their decks and play. And then you all get is it 4 packs or 3 packs to start out? I think it's four. I can't
I
remember.
want to say I thought. I think you're right. I think it was
Yeah.
four.
You get that pre-made 30 card deck or 20 card deck, and then 4 packs, and then you build a 40 card deck and you play with 3 prizes or something like that, right?
No, you get the 40. It's a 40, but then
Oh, okay.
the packs
Yeah.
they give you so you can.
Change things out. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Got it. So yeah, no, I loved it. I had a great time. I didn't get any sweet pulls or anything, but I it was fun opening packs again that weren't priced obscenely high. And in this ever changing economy, especially with trading card games, being able to get cards for like MSRP or lower it was especially a brand new set. It was really nice. So I'm still of the opinion that the best way to get cards, especially at this point in time, are pre-releases. So I'll definitely want to do another one come the next uh, standard set that comes out.
yeah, I agree. I'm happy that there were that many people. It was exciting to see. Even though I wasn't really in depth of how I didn't go really in depth of what the cards are going to be that came out. So I was trying to because I remember in Surging Sparks we did quite a bit of investigation and like
Hmm.
we knew what we were going to be getting. But this one was a little different
Yeah.
and it really affected you because a lot of the journey together like you needed specific trainer cards and trainers to be together
Hmm.
and that kind of made it a little difficult. Um, and I, I remember one of the battles, like I didn't notice, but one of the guys I was playing with, he wasn't using the correct. He ended the band, and I think he
Hmm.
just had on a regular Pokemon. And it's like, oh,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
so
they had to go on that
that's
specific trainer's Pokemon, but he wasn't
correct,
playing that trainer's Pokemon.
correct. So
Yeah.
I, it was after the fact, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, but anyway,
And
but
that's expected because in a pre-release, not only is it just new cards, but also very new players. So,
yeah, yep. He
yeah.
was completely that was his first ever playing
Yeah.
Pokemon at
Yeah.
all. So it was
Yeah.
great. Yeah, it was great. That was great that he's actually been able to experience that and whatnot. So
Yeah, for
um
sure.
but yeah, then again, like all ages, it was great. Even like a father and his son, they were there and just playing along and just like he pretty much was, I think, a collector. I
I
think
think
he
there
was
was several fathers and sons, which is cool to see. Like,
yeah.
hey, hey, son, let's get out of the house. Let's go see human beings. And like, I'm happy to see it.
Yeah, no, it was great. And then it was cool because some of the chase cards, a lot of kids were like, "Oh, did you get this? Did you get that?" So it was nice to see, like,
Yeah.
the physical aspect of it. And I think one of the guy, I don't know if he was a regular, but he bought like over, I think he bought like over $300 worth of packs. And I think he got the one of the Clefairy. I think he got the
Yeah.
chase card. Yeah. So, geez, and the fact that like actually, uh, was it top table had that had that many packs,
Yeah.
which it was really good, for the price.
Hmm.
But yeah, overall, I thought it was really enjoyable. It's great to see people all about it. But I do have a sense of competition in me. Like I want to get I want to get good, but like there it's not really the type because you're
Yeah.
not really competing. But at the same time, like man, I really want to compete.
Yeah. Pre-releases aren't the time or place, but
No,
yeah,
for sure.
those cups that our friend Xavier always talks about, those are probably the best place to get your feet wet with like
Yeah,
competitive play. But yeah, like I have that in me too, Ivan. It's almost like if I had two of me, I would be much more into competitive play. Um, I just don't have it in me right now. Like I just don't have the bandwidth, uh, energy wise, emotionally wise, like just to add another major hobby to my life. Because I like really being competitive in Pokemon. It's ramping up to a whole different level than the passive hobby that it is for us right now.
yeah. No, I agree. You got to really know your deck, and it's like
Yeah, like it really is like competing in a sport.
yeah, no, yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
It's getting to that level. But yeah, if you ever have a chance, or I know we had a couple comments on our last um episode about some that we're going to be going to, and they had a recommendation. We had a lot of recommendations for them to enjoy it. I mean, it's especially like what we've been saying, as like our audience knows that like it's right now it's hard to get cards, so
Hmm.
it's a great avenue, as Orin has said at the beginning of this segment, that it's a great way to get your cards and just to see what's up coming out and with the new releases. So yeah,
If
and
you
if like we mentioned, if you're a first time player, it's a great opportunity to go out and meet some friends and meet your locals at your
Mhm.
local card shop.
if you got to a Journey Together pre-release, let us know how it went. Let us know if it was like ours and that it was whether or not it was busy or um, relaxing or if it was intense or just let us know because we only went to one card shop, and we're only in one major city of the US. So we're curious what pre-releases have been like for other people in other places. Let us know.
Yeah, for sure. Let us know. Well, great. We'll move on to our next section. Talking about Pokemon Unite. I know I've been slacking a ton on the updates of the characters that have been coming out.
Oh,
So
you're
we
fine.
had two. We've had two, but this latest one, our first one was okay. So it's Suicune,
I thought it was
Suicune,
Suicune?
Suicune. I heard it was Sweet. Now I'm hearing it's Suicune.
What?
So it could be Suicune,
I thought it was Suicune.
Seikun. I don't know, but I heard a different version said of his name this past weekend,
Huh.
last weekend, and I'm like, oh, so it is Suicune.
Hold on. I'm looking up to see if I can find some sort of like pronunciation guide.
Yeah. If anything, we need a guide of how to pronounce some of these Pokemon,
Yeah.
because there's actually one that just came out in the new set in Celestial Guardians. While you look that up, I'll try and see if I can
Okay.
find them.
Um, okay. Reddit, people are saying Suicune. Suicune.
Suicune, Suicune.
Um, okay, so this person actually gives a explanation of the name. Suicune's name is composed of two Japanese words, sui, meaning water, and kun, being monarch. Just say those two words and you've correctly pronounced Suicune's name. Um, and then one person asks that guy, is Sui one syllable or two? And then another person says it's two syllables, but you say it quick enough that it sounds like one. So like Suicune, 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 Suicune.
Okay,
Yeah.
Suicune
That's what I'm seeing on Reddit.
makes sense. Well, I mean, I would completely believe that Japanese guy.
Yeah.
So, well, thanks for
Yeah.
clarifying that one.
Hmm.
So, all right, our latest character that has come out is Raichu, and Raichu has surprisingly, I don't know, this is the most I've ever heard of him, like as much as he is in the spotlight, because he's in the spotlight a ton in Pocket, and Pikachu has always been Pikachu, like he never,
Hmm.
and then we never heard of Pichu, which Pichu is the basic Pokemon, and then he evolves to Pikachu,
Yeah,
and
the
then
baby.
Pikachu evolves to Raichu. So
Yeah.
it's pretty interesting how um now that Raichu is getting a little more light, and I'm glad he is because he is super cool. He's flying around in his on his tail, which I think is awesome. So if you played Pokemon Unite, there's actually an event going on right now. It's called Pikachu Pika Party. So there you can either choose to be Pikachu, or you can choose Raichu, which you start off as Pikachu, but at level like 2 or 3, you're already into Raichu. And Raichu, he packs a punch. He's been uh a favorite, a fan favorite. A lot of people have been loving him. And if you think about how his attacks are, he does some pretty big damage. So I'm glad that they have actually made him a legit Pokemon and actually a Pokemon that you can actually do damage with. It's not like
Yeah.
you gotta learn how to use them.
Okay.
No, like right off the rip, like he's already got two moves. Like so, each Pokemon has a total of six moves, and each level that you reach gives you another move. So the moves have already been like you can pick between one or the other. And
Mm-hmm.
so some the moves that are given to him have been enough to even if you're just a beginner player, like you can be able to do some damage with an advanced player and
Okay.
still do some yeah, it's not like you're just like gonna get wailed on. No, if you're Raichu, you're gonna be doing some damage to other people too.
Yeah.
So that's what I like about Pokemon Unite is to say puts you in a realm of good play like the Pokemon that you are puts you in a good match with certain people.
Okay.
And so I feel like he's a good player to an all around attacker to
Is
be
quick question about Unite because I still
yeah.
have yet to play it. It's on my Switch. I just updated it. Is Pokemon Unite only player versus player competitive, or is there any player versus environment, like non-online competition?
Yeah, you can play the game not online, not offline. You can play it offline, but you'd be playing just regular computer.
So it's still the same type of gameplay, no matter what.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's different types. Yeah, and there's also different types of uh so you have your obviously like your ranked and then you have your just casual, which is like a ranked, but you're not ranked. It's just a casual 5-on-5.
Hmm.
And then you have the event, which is like 4-on-4. And
Okay.
then you have your like quick battles that are 3-on-3. So there's different types of, and then there's also one event that is constantly is just a solo battle
Okay.
where it's 5-on-5, but you're going up against like trainers. So, um, can't think of her name right now, but she's in Pocket right now.
Um,
Oh my goodness, I can't think of her name. Olivia, not Olivia. Oh my goodness. But some of the trainers that are in Pokemon.
hmm.
They have their like the Charizard, Lance. Lance is Charizard. He's in there. So it's pretty cool. You get to meet some of the trainers that have their Pokemon. Cynthia is her name. So so she's in there.
Okay.
So yeah, you can play like what they call solo. And so you're on it advances from beginner all the way to expert and or master. And so on master, then you're playing a full on 5-on-5, but with their trainer Pokemon, which is a little more it gives you good practice on
Okay.
yeah on the game. Um you can play it just regularly, like yeah, like you said, like you play offline, but it's mainly online.
Okay.
Yeah. Um but I think this has been a great addition. I think he's also Raichu has been a great addition to the game. And yeah, that's about it I have for Pokemon Unite.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. But definitely try it out. We'll have to get on a game and so that we
Yeah.
can
Next time we hang out in
yeah,
person, maybe we should play it. Um,
yeah,
there's just been a lot of games I've been playing, and it's like hard to shoehorn in another game,
yeah,
but I'd like to.
yeah, I agree. I haven't played any other games except for Scarlet Violet and Unite.
Okay.
That's it. Oh, and Pocket and well, I've been trying to get back into TCG Live. Though I was
Oh,
trying to
wow.
feed it in a little bit.
Okay.
So I've been doing that. Cause yeah, I kind of want to get ready for the little battle that
Yeah.
Xavier wants to have. So thinking about, putting a massive deck together and trying
Okay.
to see if I can be somewhat of a competition.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We shall see. All right. Well, that's it for this show, Orin. I think we made it.
Yeah, this was fun. I'm
Awesome.
I'm glad we got this on the schedule, and I'm glad we got to do it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thanks everybody. If you want, if you can, not if you want, if you can, please check out Poké Collab and check out our merch site. On there, we have a lot of pins, shirts, it's a lot of merch. So you can get yourself some t-shirts. Also, too, you can check out well, where can they find you, Orin?
Yeah, of course, pokecollab.com. I'm also on YouTube with the channel Block and Pixel and Bento Desk for like tech stuff. So that's all the places I'm at.
Yeah. You can find me on here on YouTube and at Chard216 and also too on TCG Player at my name there, Chard. So check it out.
And
Try to
I
get me
updated.
level 4.
Oh, sorry, Evan. I updated our YouTube channel for Poke Collab with links, so that way it's a lot easier to find Ivan on Chard and a lot easier to find me. So yeah, if you go to our channel, I'm trying to do it here. Where are we? I have way too many subscriptions. Okay, hold on. That's Block and Pixel. Where's Poke Collab? I'm just gonna type it in. Yeah, I saw another channel that I watch had done it, and I'm like, oh, I wonder how you do that. So let me just share my video here, just so I can show you what I'm talking about.
Sure. You
So
can also see that. Yeah.
here's our YouTube channel, Poke Collab, and
Oh,
you can
share
see
your screen,
down
Orin.
here these
Share your screen,
featured
Orin.
channels. What's that, Evan?
I don't see your screen.
Oh, you don't?
No.
That's weird. Hold on. Share window. Share. Still?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well,
Unless maybe on my end, I always see me and you. So
okay, weird. Well, we won't worry about it. Hopefully, it's sharing it. But yeah, so if you're on our channel, if you look a little bit lower, it shows you our videos, and then it shows you our featured channels. So you'll see Chard, Block and Pixel, and Bento Desk. So check us out. That's how you can find all of our channels. I'm really glad that YouTube has that option to have links to stuff. I'm glad I found it.
yeah, great. Thanks, Orin, for that.
Yeah.
Orin is our tech whiz. But all right, this is Poke Collab where we collect, train, and battle together. And thanks for joining us. Orin, it's been a pleasure. And we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Later.